welcome to another episode of LowerBitrate Podcast number 75. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Alive, breathing.
That's
Against my
good.
will.
Sorry, that's not funny. That's dark.
I mean, technically, is it? I don't think so. It's a function of, you don't think about it, you just do it. So it's against my will. I don't have a choice.
Well, here we are, 75, looking at, death's door, which we'll talk about later, actually.
Nice play on words.
Thank you.
As usual, thank you for listening. Appreciate you. Wherever you listen. And check out, if you're new, check out the website. That's where all the links are.
Yeah, and if you're new, listen to our entire back catalog. Just kidding.
Yeah, you'll be back in like 2 months. That's quite a bit. I think it's over 300. No. Maybe over 200 hours.
It's a lot of talking. That's too much of us. Yeah, don't do that.
Anyway, how was your week?
My week was all right. It went by pretty quickly. I was trying to go to the Renaissance Fair like a total geek this weekend, but it rained the whole weekend. There was even some thunderstorms, so I didn't go because it's all outdoors. And it wouldn't have been the same either in the rain. Anyway, so I stayed home, watched a lot of stuff again. I watched Shrek 2 because it was on like Amazon Prime or something, and I was like, I'm watching Shrek 2. And so I forgot that was the one with Puss in Boots. And so it was funny. I don't know. I think it's a really strong sequel. Anyway, then I watched a lot of The Deuce. I hadn't finished it. There's 3 seasons. So I'm into season 2 now. And it's just a great show. And it has actors in it that are so excellent. Like Maggie Gyllenhaal, she's incredible in this show. And then I forgot the actress's name because she's kind of new, but she plays a prostitute named Darlene on The Deuce. And then she played the girlfriend of the main character in Judas and the Black Messiah. That's what it was called, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you remember her? How good she was?
Yes.
Anyway, she's really good in The Deuce too. So I would watch it. It's a good show. If you can get over some of James Franco's like, hey, come on. But do you know he plays 2 characters in that show?
No.
Yeah, well, he does.
I've never seen it actually.
It's I think his name's David Simon. He did The Wire. So you should give it a try.
Where is it on? Amazon? Netflix?
HBO. It's an HBO
okay.
show.
All right, I'll check it out.
So I watched a lot of that. I'm looking forward to watching more of that. I watched Money Heist too. I started that. I have no idea what's going on. I don't think they do either, but I didn't realize it was just going to be like one heist. I thought it was going to be like heists over and over again. So I am not getting what I expected. So I'm trying to adjust to that. I also made the mistake of watching it with dubs, not subs. So I am like really done with it.
Yeah.
It is not good.
Dubs are bad. Real bad.
Yeah, don't do that. If you're going to watch it with the subs. It's like Dark. I should have known better. Dark is the same way. You'll hate the show if you watch it with dubs. It's terrible with dubs. But with the original German and then the subtitles, it works. Even if you don't speak German, it's just the actors are getting to deliver the acting in their own voices. So
yeah, because they were picked for the role for a reason, right? And I don't know. It just seems it fits better. But I think Money Heist is a little bit easier to follow because they don't actually use real names. They use city names. So
Mm-hmm. True. I
yeah,
like that.
it's one of the problems I had with Dark, because I don't remember
Yeah.
who, like, what people were doing or who was who.
And you can't like talk about it because you don't remember any character names.
Yeah.
Yes, a problem. Indeed. Well, I also played the Mario Cat Bell game, aka Mario Super Mario 3D World. My nephew wanted to go back to the Cat Bell side, away from the Bowser's Fury. So I went back and I started collecting green stars, and that's pretty fun. I went all the way back to the beginning. Um, and I like it. So I've been doing that, going back, trying to, 100% the game. Haven't even beat the game yet though, but I'm at the last battles, the last like 3 battles. You have to do like 2 mini bosses and then you fight Bowser. Not doing so great against the mini bosses. So yeah. But yeah, that was fun. I like playing that for my nephew. Um he loves it. He gets to pick though, Luigi's Mansion or Mario Cat Bell game, and he picked Mario Cat Bell game. Also, if anyone has any recommendations for really good YouTubers or streamers that do Mario Maker, um, I had a friend that would stream it, but he doesn't stream anymore. And I'm just wondering, like, who are the good creators, kid friendly, doing Mario Maker 2? Because my nephew loves Mario Maker 2, and I don't have it. So I'd want to direct him to who to watch. All right. That's all. Thank you. How was your week?
It was okay. A lot of TV watching, and movie watching this week. I watched Love, Death, and Robots season 2 or volume 2, whatever you want to call it. We'll
I
talk
watched some
more.
of it.
We'll talk more about that later. Not as good as season 1 though. I can say that right off the bat. But some of the animation was really really good. Um, I watched that actually pretty quick. It was like within 2 hours or something like that.
hmm
Like it's
It's
not.
just a small bite.
Yeah, it's not a long watch. I also got a new game. We'll talk about that at the very end. I have a dog, as you
Mhm.
can see. And what else? Oh, I finished Watchmen.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I finished Watchmen. Well, I have a little bit more to talk about Watchmen a little bit later because I noticed a trend in that show and in another show that we watched previously.
hmm
And just games, just playing Destiny, trying to pick up the pace because I feel like last season I let too much go. Like I was too lazy with it, so I'm trying to pick up the pace, and I'm not really playing anything else anyway. And then the MLB shit, I finally got off those shit teams, and I am free boy.
Yay.
And
You
I
did it.
think that's it. So the game I got Returnal on the PS5. Oh wait, side note, I'm still banned from GameStop trying to buy another PS5. They banned me. They IP banned me because GameStop has a really shit site where they'll say that they have inventory, but you have to keep refreshing it. So I guess they thought I was a bot, and they banned me, and I haven't been on the site since.
Way to go.
Yeah. So fuck you, GameStop. That's pretty much it. Okay, so Returnal. Returnal is, I guess, one of the games that released this year for the PS5 that's touted as like, and I'm doing air quotes here, the first next gen game, and I agree. I agree 100%. Like the game itself is not, it's not next gen in itself. Like the concept isn't new, right? Like it's a roguelike. It's a third
hmm
person roguelike. But I think I mentioned this when I first got the PlayStation 5 and how impressed I was with the controller. The controller is amazing. It might be a piece of shit like wise, but like build wise, it might be a piece of shit, but it has haptic feedback
Cool.
and it feels like you're pulling a trigger or holding your gun. It is the weirdest, weirdest, weirdest feeling in the world. But I like it. So, if you have a PlayStation 5, if you're blessed to finally get one, the PlayStation gods, pick up that game. I think it's worth it. Anyway,
That's cool. How much did it cost you?
it was $70.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Why is games so much?
I don't know, but it is $70.
So Devolver has some releases they announced coming out summer 2021. I had to look them up on Steam because I didn't see the like official releases on Twitter. Somehow I missed them. But there's three. One's called Boomerang X, and then which is a like battler, but really crazy motions. Anyway, check it out. Um, Phantom Abyss, which reminds me of Temple Run or like any of those run games. But this one is just for PC. So they called it like a asynchronous like team game or something. But yeah, I don't know. It's like you're running through the Temple of Doom. And then Death's Door, which is an action RPG. It's a top-down 3D little game that has cute like kind of goth graphics and artwork. And I'm not sure there's a story there where you have to like go gather a lost soul. So you're some sort of like paranormal soul collector. But yeah, I don't know. That looks cute. Kind of a little RPG game with cute graphics. Something I might try. But Death's Door did not, unlike the others, did not have a video, like a trailer posted. They just have pictures. So I wonder, it probably will be late summer as far as the release for that game, would be my guess. Any of these games sound interesting to you as poorly as I described them?
No, I would need to see like gameplay. Do they have any gameplay out?
hmm
Okay.
They were streaming Boomerang X right now on Steam and probably on Twitch. Um, yeah,
I'll check them out. I like Devolver games.
me too. There's this really weird one I just found too. It's called Devolverland Expo, and it's a convention simulator, but there's a bit of a story because it's like, why was the convention canceled? And you go around and you collect like swag and trailers, and you like have to view all the content in the convention arena and probably solve the mystery. I just thought that was so funny, like a convention simulator, not something where you're like, what was that game? Where you could like cough on people in a
Oh,
there was a game.
yeah,
Remember that?
it was a web game of a
That was
convention simulator.
hilarious
Yeah.
because the pandemic happened, so it all moved online. So of course, what do these developers do? They create a convention sim.
Cough on
Every-
someone.
Everyone had masks and you could cough on someone. Oh my god, funny, funny.
I'll check these
Well,
games out for sure.
I'm excited to talk about the next thing.
Yeah. So pre E3 hype is here in full swing. Um, People are gearing up to other shows.
Mm-hmm.
We got some information from Matt Booty. That's his actual name from Xbox Game Studios. Bethesda.
Amazing.
Yeah, amazing name. Bethesda and Microsoft combined their conferences. So if you needed any more proof that Starfield is going to be an Xbox and PC exclusive, there it is. No more Bethesda only conferences. So Microsoft is going to have a mega conference this year. And then there's going to be people trying to steal the thunder, like get in before everything else comes in. Like Dying Light 2 is supposed to have an event in 2 days. We're recording on Tuesday, so you'll have seen it already.
Did you say Dying Light?
Yeah, Dying Light 2. I'm mini hyped for this one. Not the event itself, but for the game. I enjoyed Dying Light 1. One of the songs at the very end is an absolute banger. One of the best video game songs ever. Another thing I'm excited for that we got confirmation of is we'll be seeing gameplay of Elden Ring.
Yes.
So I really want to see what FromSoft comes with, and George R. R. Martin.
You just okay. I was like, please remind everybody what this game is. I
Yeah,
don't think it's like some sort of Elder Scrolls spinoff or
no,
something.
it's if you don't like Dark Souls games, you're not gonna like this game. 100%.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, some of them are more easier to digest. Like Sekiro is a little bit easier because it has a lot of movement and
Mm-hmm.
it's less punishing. But like Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Demon Souls, those are pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
Um, Not hardcore, just frustrating. They punish you. Um, what else was pretty exciting? Oh, Starfield apparently. I don't know if this is 100% confirmed, but it is going to have a release date, like month and day. So, then they're probably going to show some gameplay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so I don't think this is a 2021 release, maybe 2022, maybe holiday this year. Who knows? There's a Sonic event that's supposed to be happening really soon. I don't know what the hell Sonic is going to be doing. I believe it's their 20th or 30th anniversary. If I'm not mistaken, Sonic came out in 1991. So they're probably doing something there. I don't know, but yeah, E3 hype is like the pre E3 hype is in full swing, and I am here for it.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. They've had a year to iron out the kinks of running an online event. We have the momentum of the consoles. Like, there's going to be games coming out for it. There's going to be a lot more people. There's also Nintendo, too. Nintendo hasn't really released a big banger game in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like, yeah, the Mario game's cool, but it's not like, Splatoon 3 or Breath of the Wild 2 or, one of those big marquee, like, titles they have. So, hopefully, they come with a Thunder 2, clap everyone's cheeks. Yeah, I'm excited. Are you excited?
Yeah. I can't wait to see this stuff. It's been long awaited.
Yeah, I think last year was pretty. It was whack. Like overall, like the games reveal, like the games show season was just kind of meh. Like nobody really did anything.
What about am I confusing the years, but The Last of Us or Sony did their own thing?
I think Sony did their own thing for The Last of Us 2. I don't think they were at E3 last
Yeah,
year.
so yeah, you're right.
Um, but yeah, but Last of Us 2 was I think 2 or 3 years ago where they unveiled it.
Okay.
So it was before it was pre-pandemic basically. But yeah, we'll have
Yeah.
more information on this as it comes through. I'm gonna start compiling things, and
Mm-hmm.
then we could probably pick and choose whatever interests us. Or if you want to see a E3 only episode where we just dive in, maybe it could be on. Maybe it could be like a live streamed one, where we could have like the screen on there or whatever. Let
Mm-hmm.
us know.
Yeah.
You could let us know in the Discord, which is on our website, lowerbitrate.com.
I used to love to co-stream E3. Maybe we could do something like that depending on what time the showcases are.
Yeah, that's one thing about E3. The schedule isn't out yet, so
Yeah.
can't really plan around it.
Okay.
Okay, so Watchmen. I finished it. I enjoyed it. I didn't like Scuff Dr. Manhattan. Like, essentially, you ordered Dr. Manhattan from Wish, and that's what you got.
Yeah.
But whatever, I understand. Maybe there was some type of like legal fight between, the CG version of Dr. Manhattan Whatever. The story wasn't what I expected. I kind of like figured it out like later. Um, it was okay. I enjoyed it. I don't want to see a season 2 because spoilers inbound for Watchmen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once you kill Doctor Manhattan, that's kind of it. That's it. It's over. Doctor Manhattan dies. It's over. I don't see an entry point back into a season 2.
Mm-hmm.
I know they left it on that stupid egg thing, which I fucking hated at the very end, where she can eat the egg and basically turn into, you know, police officer Manhattan or whatever, police officer Tulsa. But yeah, whatever. It's about maybe like a 7, 8, 7, 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed like the world building like around the show.
Yeah.
Like that was pretty cool. Um, I liked how they explained the backstory of Hooded Justice and had that crazy flip. Because I don't think that's canon, right? I don't think that's
I don't
canon at
know.
all. I did
Yeah,
some
I didn't
research
finish.
after. Um,
Never finished the comic. Have you read it?
not in its entirety. I know bits and pieces of it
Yeah.
though. Like what they did with Hooded Justice. I like how they kind of like merged everything together, but um, just the ending for me kind of fell short. Whatever. But there's a side story here that I recently read an article about this, and I had like one of those like Weebay moments at the very end where he was like, "Oh shit." The 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre was kind of like fringe information prior to two shows actually putting it on the forefront, and it's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
mainstream now.
Mm-hmm.
Watchmen was one of them, and I think they did it first, and then Lovecraft Country
Yep.
did it as well. And they were both prominent figures in these shows. Like in Watchmen, the Tulsa Massacre was it linked quite a few things together. And even in Lovecraft Country, it did the same. And yeah, bravo to these people for, you know, bringing it to the light, making it,
Exactly.
teaching history and teaching events that happened in the past through. Uh, I don't know. I wouldn't consider Lovecraft Country easy to consume. Easy enough
Mm-mm.
to consume.
No.
No,
No, you're forgetting how terrifying it was with those girls.
you're talking about episode 3.
I don't know. The one where she like her hand turned black, the little
Oh yeah,
girl.
yeah. At the very end, yeah, Bipsy and
Yeah.
Bopsy or something.
Yeah, thanks for making me bring that up again.
It was terrifying, but I think you got most of the gist of the story before then, though, right? I don't know.
No.
Who knows? But yeah, bravo to them. Back to Watchmen. I don't see. Well, no, Regina King is fucking amazing. By the way, she's so good in
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah, badass superhero. Love it.
Sister Knight. Yeah, they held no punches. There was a lot of money behind this. I like how they kind of laid to rest the original like Watchmen type thing. I like how they world build on Dr. Manhattan and the Vietnam War because that's not canon to history. We lost the Vietnam War, and just to see the fallout from that, and then even some like current events type stuff, which is, I mean, today is the 1 year anniversary of George Floyd's death, and the show came
Yeah.
out in 2019. So do with that information as you will. It history repeats itself again. So, yeah. If you haven't watched Watchmen, watch it. I think it's a good show. even if you don't like Watchmen, or if you don't like the movie or the graphic novel, I think anybody can get into this if they were like, if they get sucked in by the first two episodes.
Yeah.
Um,
Just just watch it alone for Regina King.
yeah, and props to her too. She said if the original showrunner didn't return or didn't see a way to return, she wouldn't do it.
Cool.
She's basically tied to him. Um, and I agree. Yeah, I don't see an entry point, but if he does, I'm pretty sure he's way smarter than me when it comes to this. So yeah, as it stands, I don't want to see any more of this. Just leave the story as it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, I kind of feel that way about Lovecraft Country as well. Even though I really like Jonathan Majors, I would love to see him in a part two. But story wise, just leave that shit there. Um, Love, Death, and Robots. We're gonna watch this, so we'll talk about this next week. But watch season one first. If you're planning on watching it with us, watch season one. It's on Netflix.
It's regarded to be very good.
Yeah, it's like Black Mirror, but animated, and they do show a lot of love to a lot of animation styles. So you have a little bit of everything. You have there's some old school anime in there. There's some new school anime. There's a lot of handwritten stuff. I think there's a watercolor one, like a mix of like watercolor 3D type thing. I think that's the one where the day repeats itself. But yeah, watch that first, and then we can watch volume two. Volume two is not too long.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. You can just knock them all out because they're just little, you know, little like tidbits of an episode.
Yeah, and it's an
And you
anthology, so you don't need to watch them
yeah,
in order.
and you don't need to watch season 1 to watch season 2. If you want to just join us, that's cool.
Yeah.
We'll allow it.
So the CW network does a lot of things, like the Flash, Supergirl, Arrow. They were planning on doing a Powerpuff Girls show.
Oh, really? An
Yeah.
animated one?
No, live action.
Oh.
Yeah, and it bombed.
Oh
It
man, I gotta watch this.
it was so no. I think the I don't. They're not going to show this shit to the public. I think that they announced that they were going to do a show. They wrote a script, did a pilot, and they fucking hated it. They said this needs to go back to the drawing board, and we're not doing this. So a little weather update for
Ooh.
Powerpuff Girls. I just don't see live action Powerpuff Girls working.
No, because it's like the old Batman where it's like pow boom, like it's just very simple. I don't see how they could make it into live action anything without it looking like a children's show.
Yeah.
It would be like Blue's Clues Batman.
I just don't think they would have enough money to put what's needed into this show because they do a lot of flying, a lot of kapow, a lot of, things like that. And
It's just so simple.
yeah, there's a lot of I wouldn't say complex characters, but complex conversions to real life, like Mojo Jojo. Like, you need to put a substantial amount of money into his costume, otherwise, he's gonna look scuffed. He's gonna look like,
Yeah.
a human monkey with like a fucking bullet on his head or something.
What
But
if they
like,
went the route of like Power Rangers where they just like embraced the cringe and the corn and just did it?
I guess what was the last Power Rangers thing that came out?
I don't remember. It kept going long before I stopped watching it. I mean, long after. Hello?
Yeah, but there's no blueprint for Power Rangers, right? Like it was cringy and it was like low budget because it was a TV show. but I think they redeemed themselves in the movies. I know the first one, the 1997, 1998 first movie with the Green Ranger or whatever. I thought that one was pretty okay for the time.
I don't think I've seen any of the movies. I just would watch the show.
No, the first movie was a banger. I wanted that one for Christmas on VHS.
I could sing the song right now, but that wouldn't be good. It's
No,
in my head now.
we'll see.
Well, that's cool.
I would
Uh,
prefer. I would honestly prefer. This is just me. Give me Powerpuff Girls. Give me animation, but make it super violent. Make it an adult show.
like Invincible.
Yeah, that's what I want. But I'll never get that. So there's a movie that's coming out on Netflix relatively soon, maybe in less than 2 months, months and some change. It's called Gunpowder Milkshake.
Yum.
Have you seen the trailer?
No.
It is very similar to like Whammon meets John Wick meets Expendables. In that vein of like movie. You know?
Yep.
What was the all women's Ocean's 8? No?
Yes.
It was Ocean's 8. So something similar to that. So free on Netflix if you have Netflix. It's coming out on July 14th. So
it's like a chick action movie.
yeah.
Ugh.
Very similar
Why?
to it's what I from what I noticed is borrowing heavily from other movies.
Ooh.
That's just the vibe I got from the trailer, though. I haven't seen it in its entirety.
Okay.
Check
We
that
shall
one out.
see. I'll watch the trailer.
Yeah,
We'll probably watch it for a movie night anyway.
yeah, it's on Netflix. It's not. You have nothing to lose. Okay, so we're moving on to the Nevers finale.
Yeah, about that.
Where do you want to start? The communication for this show has been shit because I got a notification right before episode 6 saying, "Look at part 1 of the epic finale." So me thinking it's going to be episode 7 is coming out. So I'm expecting to watch it on Sunday. Nothing comes out. I'm like, okay. So what I saw, what I was kind of disappointed in, was the finale.
Yeah. You don't introduce a whole new character in the finale. As soon as it started, I was like, this is not what we do. I was like, this is a bad sign. I did like how they did kind of make it a bit circular and like loop it back around, and then you think back to all the other episodes, you know, because I know I'm skipping by head, but you're like, oh, there's this really unique thing about what's her name? Prudence?
Yeah.
Then what's the other one's name?
Which one are you talking about? Prudence is the smart Irish one.
Oh, okay. Who's the brunette?
Oh, the main one, Amalia True.
Oh, I was gonna say True, but I was like, no, that's not right. So Amalia True. Just thinking back to who she is and why she can fight so well, and yeah, it's like that's cool. She's basically a soldier inhabiting the person of a frail Victorian woman, and like she's weak, and you know all she does is like carry bread around. So
Let's explain what happened. We
well,
didn't.
can we explain what happened? I don't think we can. Just like what we saw.
Yeah, I thought I was watching an entirely different show.
Well, it was. They started off in this like post-apocalyptic, not Victorian era. And with this character, she grew on me, but she was she was like a grumpy old dog, just
She was the C word.
a real jaded veteran, let's say. Uh, yeah, she was not cool. And I was really zoned out for the beginning of this because then there was the like dragon in the bowl in the ceiling. Literally, that's what I'm describing. But they had to explain how people got their powers. Like, I almost wish they hadn't explained it instead of explaining it so perfectly, like in a little box with a bow. Make it a little bit ambiguous. Like, their powers are mysterious. Why couldn't the ending have been mysterious?
That's the thing about this show. This wasn't supposed to be the ending. So what
Oh,
I said originally, well, maybe like halfway through watching the show, I didn't think that this show would survive because of the person who created it and directed it and wrote it,
yeah.
Joss Whedon.
Uh huh.
He's coming under fire. Apparently, he stepped down in the middle of making the show. Someone else is show running it, and the only thing they completed was the first 6 episodes. So whoever edited this, props to you for trying to make something watchable or
Right.
have some sort of conclusion, because it just 6 episodes did not do this justice at all.
Mm-mm.
It was just getting good. And I feel like if there was maybe another episode or two, I felt like they could have added some time to this show to make it a little bit more fleshed out.
Mm-hmm.
At least write like one episode to tie it up and lead it up to another part. Um, half of this show was explaining the future, which technically is the past for Amalia True. And then we also realized that Penance is not as naive as she claims to be. And we got a lot of backstory too about how she obviously was someone from the future, got yeeted into the past because I guess the whole thing was that she killed herself, right? She took that
Mm-hmm.
thing, and Amalia True, uh, in the past killed herself as well. She just jumped into the water, and then the being or wyvern or whatever the hell meatball took her essence and went to the past, went into that portal they were talking about. And there was another thing too where she said, I think this was supposed to be like the mid-season finale, like, oh my god, what the hell is she said the being, when she touched the thing, said, did you think you were the only one that hitched a ride? So that's insinuating that multiple essences from that place or other people that we may not know about who maybe from the future that have a stake in what happens there come back. So that could be the big scary British guy. That could be the Beggar King. That could be that other flamboyant guy with the touched brothel. That could be the wheelchair lady. We don't know. They didn't explain anything.
Right.
So what would okay, seeing what you saw, episode 1 through 6, especially the finale, would you be interested in watching a continuation?
No.
You don't want to watch another continuation. You want to give it a chance to see like where it lands?
I'd give it one more episode.
I think there's enough there to warrant watching maybe like 1 or 2 more episodes if they boot this up. I honestly think this thing is going to be canceled. I don't think it got
Renewed.
as good reviews. It's kind of like teetering on 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. Then it's like 7.4 out of 10 on IMDb, and then Google people were like 74%. So I think HBO will cut its ties.
Yeah, I agree. What a mess. Feel bad for the actors and other people involved, but wasn't that great, guys? And
No, it wasn't that great. Only because it needed more time. It needed more episodes. It needed.
it needed less Joss Whedon,
What do you mean by that?
right? Like he shouldn't have done it from the start. It should have been show run by someone else.
Well, he was making this show. This show was probably being filmed before shit hit his fan. So
Okay.
I mean, he's probably not going to do anything for a while after this. That's why he stepped down midway. I think he stepped down so it wouldn't get canceled. Because I'm not hearing anyone or reading anyone saying, "Oh, they never should get canceled because Joss Whedon is a part of it." He just completely removed himself.
Yeah.
Whether that was HBO saying, "Dude, step down gracefully, or we have to fire you," or him consciously, trying to do that for the goodwill of the actors and the show itself. Don't know, don't care. You'll never find that information out. But yeah, it's a little disappointing. I expected a little bit more, and I feel like I was gonna get a little bit more, but 6 episodes didn't cut it for me. And the ending that they ultimately ended on was not satisfying.
No, it wasn't.
I didn't feel like, wow, I'm gonna be thinking about this for the next 6 months. I'm excited for the next, series. I don't even think the showrunner has any idea. The new showrunner has any idea what she's gonna do. So
Right.
yeah, in my opinion, let this shit die. Um, that being said, I will watch it if HBO decides to take another risk on this one. I don't think we'll be seeing this one for a while. There's a lot of they seem like they pumped a lot of money into it, and I don't think they're gonna get the returns that they expect.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it's too bad. They were hoping for like a big Joss Whedon production, the next Buffy, perhaps. I don't know.
Yeah, but no.
Fell
Yeah,
short. Didn't honestly didn't deserve all the time that we've given it.
no, and okay, we didn't get anything with the wheelchair lady. We got the story of Amalia True. Okay, fine. That doesn't warrant the end of the season. The Malady character is still alive and well. We got a lot of backstory on that. What's her power? Who is she? She seems like she's much more important than you're leading us to believe.
Yeah, that
Where
was
is
such
it?
a like the end. No mas.
Because the whole lore of the thing is that only a few people know what had actually happened. Where the Malady character saw the Galanthian or whatever it's called come in the sky. She worships it or whatever. Malia True knows about it. I think Penance knows about it, or maybe a few other people. But we got no payoffs. No payoffs at all. Like they didn't even try to go back and record or film anything to make sense of it. It was just here's what it is and that's pretty much it. I don't think HBO ever does any mid-season finales. So yeah, this one should have been shelved.
Yeah, it was half baked.
Anything else on this one?
No, let's move on.
Yes. Finally, every Monday we do a movie night, 7 p.m. Central, every Monday, unless stated otherwise. We watch a movie. We watch it on Discord, and you can find the Discord on lowerbitrate.com. It'll take you straight to it. This week we watched Those Who Wish Me Dead. I hope that's the actual movie title.
It is. It's a bad title. It had Angelina Jolie in it, and it was on HBO Max. So we were like, "Hey, free movie, let's watch it."
Yeah,
Who thinks that it was easy to digest? I think it was like eating baby food. It's just,
easy
uh,
to digest. This is okay. So this is one of those movies where there's no substance to it at all. You're basically getting what if Lara Croft retired and became a firefighter.
yeah, and became a mom.
She wasn't a mom though.
No, but she was like momming him. I
And
kept saying like she would say something to him like, "Look, here's how you get a girl," or whatever. And I was like, "Thanks, mom." And then later on she was like, "Okay, here's what we're going to do. Like, I'm going to show you how to like breathe, to survive this fire." It's like, "Thanks, mom." Everything she was like patronizing and like telling him. It's like, and then she's like, he's all alone. At the end of the movie, spoilers, his dad is dead, his mom died, and she's like, we're gonna figure it out together. And I was like, she just adopted a kid? Like, uh
yeah, that's a weird flex. There's no substance to this movie. It's very cookie cutter. You're a typical someone knows something, get them out of here. Revenge story. Someone big dies, the other person realizes it, goes on the run, dies, someone escapes, and they have some valuable information that they want not to get out. So, hunt ensues, and there's a bunch of people that you might recognize. There's Little Dinger, aka whatever his name is. What is his name?
Peter Baelish.
There you go.
I
Him.
don't know his
I don't know
Mayor
his real name.
Carcutti.
Him. You'll know him. He's in there. Angelina Jolie, John Berthal. Um, I don't think I
That's it.
recognize anybody else.
Mm-mm.
But the story revolves around these characters. The story is very shallow. I say it's easy to digest because you've seen this story before.
There's no depth
Yeah,
yet.
you've seen it before.
Nothing. It's very predictable.
It's one of those like oohs and ahs. Like the fire production, I mean that quite literally, was interesting how they
It
did
was
it.
good. Yeah.
Like they actually built the forest to burn it. Like it's a synthetic forest. Um the story kind of like meh, like she's all broken up about it. I kind of called it before I saw this. I didn't see much of the trailer or much of the um backs behind the scenes stuff.
Hmm.
And yeah, I knew she was gonna be in a fire tower. It reminds me of the game Firewatch. I knew she was gonna go crazy. What was her like kink with lightning? Like getting struck by lightning? I don't know. She got hit by lightning like twice. Like what does she have an antenna on her back that we can't see? Like I don't understand. A lightning rod? Who knows? But it's easy to digest. There's nothing to this movie that's gonna make you think. There's nothing to this movie that's gonna surprise you. It's just very
And
cookie
there's
cutter.
nothing that will make you laugh except for the moment when they're sitting around the campfire, Angelina Jolie and this this orphan child, traumatized boy. And she starts telling him her sob story about how she regrets the deaths of these three people. And they have haunted her. She has nightmares. She has bad PTSD. So she doesn't say it in that way, but that's basically what she says. And then it's silent, and he goes, "Well, I watched my mom die of cancer." It's like, kid, this wasn't a contest. Like,
Just trying to one up on the trauma.
yeah, it was like a whoever had the worst, most depressing thing ever happened to them award.
He definitely won. It was
I
just
expected Angelina Jolie to be like, "Okay, kid, you won," but she didn't. She didn't say anything.
yeah. This is one of those movies where like You just get some snacks and you just boof them in your mouth and don't think about it. Just boof and watch and just be there for the drama. That's it. And then it's over. However, my one gripe with it, it's a middle of the pack movie. It's like a like strong 5, maybe light 6. That's probably being generous.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I mean, it wasn't terrible. You've just seen it before. Like it wasn't doing any like it wasn't moving any boundaries or anything. It was a regular movie.
I think it was terrible because they introduced the Chekhov's gun of a big secret in an envelope and then never came back to it. The whole like crux of the movie.
You know what was on that paper? The recipe for chicken nuggets at McDonald's.
The Colonel's
Mm-hmm.
secret spices.
Yeah, what's in Chipotle sauce was on there. And then I think my favorite one that I came up with was it's the script to the second movie.
It was just bad because the dad wrote down, he's like, son, this is all my secrets. And he like wrote down this letter and he was like, don't open it. But if, and then later he's like, take it to the media. And I was like, just read it.
Yeah, incredibly predictable. Like I knew he was gonna pop up there. She got all her shit fried from. Why is the whole thing metal?
Yeah,
What?
it should have like some sort of grounding lightning rod.
Yeah. Eh, yeah, I mean, this was this is not a good movie. It's a very average movie. What don't
Very
pay money for
average.
this. Please don't pay money for this. This is in theaters
Yeah,
and HBO Max. Watch this shit at home. It's not worth the money.
don't watch it. Just don't.
Save yourself. That's it for me on
Well,
this one.
yeah, I was like, anything else about this movie? I knew we were going to talk about it just real briefly.
Nope, that's it for
Real
me.
brief. All right. Well, next week for movie night, I'm really excited. We're watching Love, Death, and Robots, Volume 2. So we'll just plow through all the little episodes they have there. They're like 10, 15 minutes each. So really looking forward to that. That's on Monday at 7 Central. And you can find the link to the Discord where we watch that at lowerbitrate.com. So thanks for listening. Subscribe to our YouTube. And this has been episode 75.
Bye.
Bye.